All right, let's get up here and get our picture taken. I think that's Jessica. Can I see her? Yeah, that's Jessica. Everybody go, wait a minute. Here's the duck coming in. Let's let him come in first. Now we'll pull forward. All right. Oh, I thought Carver's going to pull in behind him. Now say hi, Jessica. All right, now, okay, on the count of 3, everybody smile or wave and act like they're having a good time. If you can't see the camera, it can't see you. 1, 2, 4, 3. Okay, we'll be back. She did. You can't fool her. She's way too sharp, I'm telling you. You try to pull a trick on her, she's going to pull it right back on you before you know what happened.
Yeah, I feel it.
This is the exciting part of my tour right here, by the way. And the fun part is I'm halfway out in the lane, but they won't let me out. Watch them. They'll go around me in the middle lane, but they won't let me out. There she goes, middle lane. There she goes. And then I almost run into that Toyota. Oh, let's get it done. Come on, 17. Let's run. 17. Dumbest duck that I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. You know, you guys showed me that you can use quackers, but I got a question. Can you use quackers to music? Are you musically inclined? Let's find out. Here we go, little quacker practice. One more time with feeling.
Sing, Ron.
We're going on the road together. I mean, we are on the road together. Hey, I'm taking you down to an alternate route. It's tonight when the strip gets all busy with trucks and cars, get off of it. To the north is a blue route and a red route, parallel the strip. To the south is the yellow route. And I like the yellow route because I'm going south anyway. My boss says, 85 degrees on the surface today, 53 on the bottom. Temperatures down to the left. Water at 50 degrees, 22 degrees below. It is a number 5 fast mission. I get a best rate. And the island after I'm 20. I'm coming around right down the backside. We're going to be out there too. Now let's talk about that. Beginning from the world record in the dam. See the concrete portion of the dam right there? That concrete, that little bit right there, that's a quarter mile. 1,250,000 cubic yards of rock. Being the first continuous poured dam, and how did we get the rock here? We did not use a truck. Not a one. We built a conveyor belt. From the top of that mountain to the rocky face, to the corner of the dam, 1.5 miles. The conveyor belt was 1.5 miles over, 1.5 miles back, 3 miles ago. Also in the image, an oddity. Somebody's really lost. Look, in front of you. It's the San Francisco Street. The San Francisco probably made a turn wrong back there. He's lost in the intersection too. He's still looking for westbound. By the way, to let you know, right about all the San Francisco property. And we brought this one back to do a very special tour from the Dewey Short Visitor Center here, named after the congressman that made the money available to the dam. This young man on this trolley will take you from the Dewey Short Visitor Center to the base of the dam for a walking tour inside the hydroelectric power plant. No one else can do it, only us. The dam has been shut down to the public since 2001, and we're the only people that have the proper permits to take you through there, and only the people with the proper ID can get in. It's really an awesome tour. I'll explain more about it after you quack at this duck as it goes by. Are you ready? There goes another duck. I will tell you that tour is one of the best dam tours I've ever seen, but I'm not allowed to say 212 concrete steps if you got bad knees. And it's probably something you can think. The other thing is there's a tunnel in there that's about 100 yards long. It's about wide enough for you to walk through it, and there's no windows. If you're claustrophobic, that might not be your first choice, but I like it. I get in there and I start like, people really get nervous. But then I'm that kind of guy. Hey, listen, we're going to come back to the Branson location in a little bit, and we're going to do a little cruise out on the lake, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depends on how things go. But first, I want to take you to a spot where you can use your cameras. I'm going to take you to a Kodak moment. Oh my gosh, if you got your cameras mounted, I'll start digging them out, so you're going to want a photograph of this. I'm going to take you to the top of that mountain I pointed at. When I said we got the rock to make the dam, if you go around the curve up here, you're going to see the cliff I'm going to climb. Here it comes. There comes the cliff. There it is. I'm going to run on top of that cliff right there in just about 5 or 6 minutes. There it is. 1,350 feet straight up. Brittle, crumbly old limestone. I'll park right on the edge of it so you get a great view. Private mountain that belongs to our company. It's called Baird Mountain, B-A-I-R-D, after the man that lived up there for so many years, Mr. Beard, B-E-A-R-D. Not sure. The cliff is known by my ancestors as Wantatonka Ridge, where they came to worship the god Wantatonka. Left turn, hold on just a little bit. This turn could be a little bit rough, but it's not the duck's fault. It's not even the captain's fault. It's the asphalt. It is. Watch a little bumpity. Bump, 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 bump. A big old wide duck like this, you know, one thing you never want to get into is a situation that's really narrow, because these are really wide, 8 foot 6 inches wide. So the roads they built me are really perfect. They're just the right width. I mean, just barely the right width. Check this out. I'm 8 foot 6. The road is 10 feet. Not a lot of room for wiggling around, huh? Take you to the top of this mountain. Are there any veterans on board back there? Any veterans? There's one. He got his hand up. The one over here, he's not volunteering. He's real. She had to volunteer for him. Veteran up here too. I wasn't smart enough to avoid the draft either. Well, actually I was. They were trying to draft me in the Army in '66. I went, heck no, the Army's too dangerous, so I joined the Marine Corps. I beat the draft. I got a military museum up here I want to share with you guys. A bunch of military equipment from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. I'll share it with you. Where at least I know I'm free. You gave that right to me. I tried to stand up, but my foot wouldn't stay on the pedal. I love this land. God bless the USA. Hey, look at that big old hole in the wall. This is the quarry where we got 1,250,000 cubic yards of rock to make the dam. Across the base of my cliff, you see the military equipment. Most of it's pretty obvious what it is. The first one, that little yellow one, it's a Jeep. You know what that is. It's a Willys Jeep from World War II. Right next to it is a landing craft called an LVT, Landing Vehicle Track, that hauled small trucks and jeeps and troops and cargo to World War II. The next one is the flatbed truck called a Tank Retriever, 1943. World War II, it went into combat and brought back damaged tanks for repair. The funny one in the middle of the display with the bows on the back with the trailer behind it, that's the duck. That's the original duck. That's what they look like when my dad drove them to the invasion in Normandy. 21,600 made, 1,000 are left. The trailer, amphibious also, 21,000 made, 6 are left. They served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. The truck with the square box on the back, the star on the door, 1953 radio communications truck from Korea. The truck with all the wheels underneath, the star on the side, the armored personnel carrier, was used in Korea and Vietnam. The truck ahead of that, the white one, is 4-wheel drive. It's aluminum. It's called the Lark, Light Amphibious Resupply Cargo Truck. Replaced the duck for the military in 1967 and served in every war since. And the truck with the trailer behind it is originally called the 6x6, 2.5-ton GMC truck. That's the Vietnam version. It has 10 wheels. It's called the Deuce and a Half. Now, when they made the duck, they made it on the chassis of the 6x6 from 6 wheels. And that's my first duck right there. It's also the company's first duck. That's Daisy Duck. Originally fire engine red, 6-cylinder engine, 5-speed non-synchronized transmission, 4-wheel drive differential. It held 28, the last 8 sat on that cage in the back without a roof over the top. There are no windows. When it rained, they got wet. When it was hot, the last one got cooked. It was so much fun in those days. Now I got automatic transmission, all-wheel drive, curtains. My air conditioner's on. Feels good. This truck is mine too. Gosh, I'm just telling you. This is a 1945 duck right here. It's made up to look like a Spanish galleon because at Halloween I am the pirate captain. Macy's, I be here. I do a skid up here from the top here, wound up on Cotton Picking YouTube. Wasn't supposed to be. That night I was feeling rather rambunctious and I did a rather animated version and they filmed it and put it on YouTube. I said, you're not supposed to do that unless you warn somebody. He said, too late. Look off to your left on this curve. I was down there, pointed up here, I said, that's where we got the rock. That's what we did with the rock. There's the dam. See the 10-foot gates? Look at all the boat traffic out there. I'm going to run around and scare them all half to death out there in a minute. Isn't that pretty? I'm not allowed to stop here, so if anybody asks, I went real slow. Well, the reason they had that law is when I drove that duck. It's 5-speed, double clutch. If you stopped here and you put one foot on the brake and one on the clutch, how do you get going again without rolling backwards? Take your foot off the brake, you go backwards. So now that I have an automatic, I don't roll backwards. But the law still says you don't take cars stop on the mountain. It's the same law like the one you got. Every state's got their own crazy laws. Now these people from Texas up here are going to know this rule. I'm serious. In the state of Texas, it is illegal for you to carry a pair of wire cutting pliers in your back pocket. No. It's still on the books. And people don't believe it today, but they're nodding their head because they know. Yeah, they know what a kettle rustler looks like. A wire cutter. I used to live in Dallas and Brownsville, Garland. Well, I tried to live in Waxahachie, but I couldn't pronounce it, so I didn't move there. Waxahachie, Wackahacky. Here's my salute to veterans. World War I. I'll just let you know, my family were in all these. World War I, my grandfather lost his left leg as an Army infantry soldier. World War II, my dad drove these ducks to the invasion in Normandy, shot through the jaw and shoulder, Army amphibious engineer. The Korean War, my oldest brother was Army artillery, was killed in Korea in '53. I joined the Marine Corps, became a Marine Corps engineer in Vietnam, 68, 69, shot through both legs. Persian Gulf, my son, Marine Corps engineer, and the Desert Storm got shot through the small of the back. Afghan War, nobody, yoo-hoo! But the last war, the one that's going on now, my oldest grandson, John, is there as an Army engineer, and he just called me up about 2 weeks ago. He said, Grandpa, I'm getting ready to come home. I said, I know, John, we got a party all planned for you. He said, well, I'm a little concerned. I said, why? He said, I haven't been shot yet. I said, what does that mean? He said, I'm letting the family down. I said, I don't understand. He said, every male member of my family's got a Purple Heart but me. I said, okay, when you get back, I'll give you one of mine. I don't want you shot. It doesn't feel good. I think he wants to experience it once. When he comes home, I'll hit him with a bat. Bonk him on the head, make him think straighter than that. Now look, that beautiful flag, Old Glory, the highest flag in the Southern Ozarks at 1,350 feet at the base. At the base there's also a fence that has all of our military emblems to represent the services. A beautiful picture. Oh yes it is. And the highest flag in the Southern Ozarks. Look at there. Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines. Maybe that she wants to take a picture. I'll wait. Isn't that crazy? Look at that beautiful sky. Oh, red-headed Arkansas eagle. Look at that. How rare it's all. You guys from Texas, what do you guys call them? Turkey vultures? Yeah. Yeah, turkey buzzards. Here we call them the Missouri Department of Highway Standards. We pay them big. What do you think of my view? Is that awesome or is that not? That is crazy. Now, the mountain range, you right at the end, call me Dusty. There's a bridge right at the end of the lake. You can see the bridge. That's the Highway 86 bridge, due south of here, like headed for Arkansas. Now the mountain range right there behind it, that's in Missouri. There's one hiding in the haze. You can barely see it in the haze. Those are the Four Brothers Mountains of Arkansas. They say they're 70 miles from here. I don't know. But they say on a clear day, like right after it rains, there's another mountain range behind that when it's barely visible, just like that. It's called the Himalayas. Some of you guys have seen the map, haven't you? There are no Himalayas in Arkansas, is there? Yeah, and this is the Show Me State. So there's the quarry we just came through, right there. And out on the water is the State Park Marina. When you get done with me on the lake, you're going to go, honey, let's go rent a boat. And that's the place to rent boats, State Park Marina. And if you show them your quacker, your wacky quacker, they'll give you a little discount. Not sure how much it is, but it'll help you, whatever it is. Uh-oh, wait a minute, my fight's on. That's my song. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hear a duck. We need to prepare to attack this duck. A frontal assault. A drive-by. I hear a duck. I do hear it. I can tell it's coming up the hill. Ooh, I like the bumps they put in up here. It used to be nice and smooth. You know, Marines teach you how to fight in whatever terrain you need to fight in. But there's another set of veterans that'll good at this kind of fighting right here. Watch this. Be appropriate for this attack we're going to do. Talk about ultimate bushwhackers, huh? Huh? Well, I'm part of the No Casino tribe. My mother was Salt River Pima and Irish. My father was Ute and German. So I'm Heinz 57. Are you ready to get him? Let's play the music. They've been attacked by the wild bunch. What? Bushwhackers. That's actually my family singing at a reunion 8 years ago in Colorado. Now, I'm a flute player and dancer. I've been dancing and playing flute all my life. You want me to mash that truck? That's a movie star. That's a half-track from White Motor Company. It came from Republic Studios, where it starred in a television series called Rat Patrol. It did movies like Kelly's Hero, The Dirty Dozen, and To Hell and Back with Audie Murphy. It's been in many, many, many movies. I couldn't give you the list. Now, you guys recognize the song, so you know this next vehicle came from a television series they called MASH. This is an original ambulance from the show. We had a picture of Hot Lips inside for many years, and then one year vandals came up and broke all the windows out and stole our picture of Hot Lips. We didn't mind that they, stole the picture, but they didn't have to break the windows. It wasn't locked. On the left, this is the Otter from Korea and Vietnam. It's all aluminum, floats like a duck, tracked like a tank, helicopter engine in the middle of the front seat. We should call it the Platypus. On the right, an amphibious track cargo truck from World War II called the Weasel. My dad rode these in Normandy. It'll go anywhere. Where the trucks get stuck, that one won't. Goes across rivers where there are no bridges because it floats. Won't get stuck in the mud or sand because it's tracked. This one everybody knows, of course, the Firefighting Truck from Pearl Harbor, 1941. It was originally fire engine red, and it fought those fires. Then it went to Wisconsin, where they painted it green. Once it retired, we moved it to our mountain. The next one nobody knows. This is the Cadillac Scorpion, designed for desert warfare to chase down or destroy tanks. This monster was the most lethal weapon there ever was. 70 miles an hour, 90-millimeter cannon. It could destroy anything if it could catch up with it. 70 miles an hour is way too fast. If you turn the wheel, it rolls over. Way top heavy. The cannon is too big. You squeeze the trigger, flips it upside down. Killed everybody that drove it. First 10 drivers were killed by it. They decided they didn't need them. They were no good, so they dropped them in the ocean. The Army had 4. They wouldn't give them back. So there's 3 in museums, and that one that's headed for the museum pretty soon. M5 high-speed artillery tractor used to tow cannons, big 105 howitzers, artillery pieces, caisson traders, anything heavy, 45 miles an hour. In 1943, that was high speed. Now I'm going to show you the most people ask about this all the time. This is it. This is where all the weather stations get their weather update. That is a magic rock. If you touch that rock right now, it's going to be hot. You know why? Number 3, it's sunny. It's swaying in the breeze. See it? See it wiggling around? What does it say? It's windy. You see? It's accurate every day. If it was all wet, it would be raining. Yeah, 2.5 months ago, it was missing. Tornado. It's accurate. It's accurate. You can't beat that one with a stick. Well, you could. It wouldn't hurt it. The magic rock. I thought I'd give you a little local flavor. The music and the mountain. Isn't it beautiful? Can you imagine being in a covered wagon right now in 1862 trying to make your way through there? Oh, and I want to remind you, all the trees you notice today are little. They were always big like these other ones before, but what happened is we cut them all down to make railroad ties and pencils. Then they were all laying on below like down all that broken vegetation, and Mother Nature caught it on fire with a lightning bolt. These are all called second growth trees, or regrowth. Actually, the forest is more lush than it was. There were more trees. They're just all real tiny. They're growing back up. Another 100 years will be beautiful. And when I first came up here, I was playing dueling banjos. And then several people say, would you not play that while we're in the mountain plain? So I switched over to this one. Didn't take it the way they did. I thought it was a cool song. Gotta have a little hillbilly music. All the wildlife is up here. All the animals are here because we don't allow hunting or trespassing up here. I'm patrol number 6. I was patrol number 3 a little while ago. Actually, we patrol up here all day long until about 8 o'clock at night. Feed the animals up here from March to December. Since they know they're safe from the hunters, they all come up here to hike. By the way, my tour's all downhill from here. That was bad enough. Now it's got to go downhill. I'm sure glad they bought new brakes for these ducks. Whew. Man, about 3 years ago, they made a real good deal with Toyota to get a whole bunch of them. Apparently they weren't using them for anything. You guys ready to head for the lake? Yeah, we got a little dusty. Now we're going to go rinse it off. Do I know how to rinse off a duck? Nah, I know how to rinse a duck. All at once. I'm going to wet the front and the back at the same time. We're going to do a hip hop skip and splash into the lake. Okay, I'll slow that car down. But not for long. The ladies. All the men were serving, and their able-bodied men were serving in the military, so these were left to be built by the crew that was left. The one that built all the battleships, the tanks, the trucks, the jeeps, and the ducks, which were the Riveter and her crew. And these were built by the ladies. This one in 1944. We modified it in 1998 to make it longer, so we could haul more people. Then we realized the 276 cylinder couldn't handle it, so then we put it in a 366. It was good with a 4-speed, but then we went to a 427 on an automatic. That's much better. Took out the 4-wheel drive and put it in all-wheel drive, so all I have to do now is steer it. Makes it good. Hey, you know what? Want to see where some of our artists live? Want to see what kind of homes artists live in? Want to see how they spend their money? Look on the other side of the cove over there. I know they have more dollars and cents, don't they? I wouldn't even be able to hire anybody to clean that thing. One of the guys was in a magician. I asked him when he built that thing, I said, you got a bunch of hidden places in there and stuff. He said, I got one shop that nobody goes in where I make all my magic at. I said, if I went to your house, could I see it? He goes, you couldn't get off the porch. I'm afraid of what he meant by that. Gone. Instant disappearance, Captain. Well, let's see. Some of you haven't been on ducks before, and now you're learning a little bit about what they're capable of. I'll show you some more in a minute. But, you know, you didn't know who your captain was going to be. You weren't sure where we were going to go or what we were going to do. So let me kind of fill you in a little bit about your captain. Maybe it'll make you feel a little more secure. To become a duck driver is a lot. It's a tough process. First of all, the interview process will wear you down. They're looking for a very certain kind of personality. They're looking for a very certain kind of personality. While there are 32 of us here in Branson, we all fit into a certain category, but we're all quite a bit different. Otherwise, all the chores would be the same. They're going to ask you to get a transportation worker's identity card. If you don't know what it is, it's okay, but the background check for that will eliminate many of the candidates who want to be captain. Once you get into the school, they'll send you to the driver's training school. You have to learn how to drive all the different varieties of ducks, from the 4-speed, the 5-speed, the automatic, the gasoline powered, the turbo diesel, all the safety features. Once you graduate, you'll have the commercial driver's license, passenger endorsement, air brake endorsement to drive it on the land like I am right now. It's a bus. On the sidewalls, if you can't see it, there's a sticker that declares this the U.S. Coast Guard inspected small passenger vessel as an certification. To drive this out here commercially with passengers on board, I must have a license to the Coast Guard. For all of us to do this aren't members of the U.S. Coast Guard Merchant Marine. We have to have the rank of captain to have the master of vessels license, which is the same license used to drive cruise ships, tankers, yachts, or little ducks on the water. For your safety, we're all regularly certified by the Red Cross and Infant Child and Adult CPR and First Aid, and certified to use the automatic external defibrillator. And just to let you know, I've been driving ducks for 12 years, and every everything that could happen on the bus has already happened, except childbirth. 2 weeks ago, I thought I was going to have a question. The lady was loading on the deck. I went, oh, I went down real quick. I said, ma'am, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm the captain of this vessel, and apparently you are pregnant. She goes, if it's not too rude, I'd like to know just about how long you've been pregnant. She goes, well, I'm not sure, but I've been pregnant for 10 and a half months. I said, you know, this is kind of a bumpy road, kind of a bumpy ride. She goes, yeah. I said, are you sure you want to go riding with me today? She goes, yep, I'm tired of being pregnant. That's when you get out the little first aid book. Better start reading up now. Before I go underwater, my license says I must tell you about fire extinguishers and life preservers. So let me do this. Life preservers are located just conveniently out of your reach above your head on both sides of the vessel. Different sizes for different people. The right side for adults, people who weigh more than 90 pounds. On the left side for people who weigh less than 90 pounds. The child side. I feel pedestrians. I saw people. Where'd they go? Must have ran off in the trees. I was looking for something to chase. Let me get down in the shade of the trees. By the way, I can't back up, so we got to go forward from here. Oh, this is much better. So let me tell you, okay, adults, children, infants on the back, 30 pounds or less, 90 pounds or less, 90 pounds or more. This one's for the large people like the captain and a first mate. Before I go into water, I got to tell you how life preservers work, just in case you've never seen one before. Where'd it go? There it is. This is not the same duck I went out on earlier, so I borrowed another duck. We're playing jump duck today. For some reason, they brought me an extra. They didn't have enough ducks for us all, so now we're playing whoever gets the next duck. So I got this one. So if I say, don your life preserver today, don't panic. We never had to put anybody in the water since 71. Just reach up and pull those yellow tabs. The snap will pop, and 2 of those will be released for you. When you bring them down, you're going to find a safety belt. Just fold it up nice and neat in the center with a rubber band holding it all together. When you release the rubber band, you have a nice long safety belt with a metal hook on the end. The hook's designed to go to the metal earrings in the center, one on each side. No front or back, doesn't matter which way it's facing. Just pull it apart from the bottom. Enough to stick your head through the hole, let it close around your neck. Now you put it on. I'll show you how to fasten it and how to adjust it, because this is important too. When you put it on, you pull it apart. When you do that, you create slack. You want to get rid of the slack. So while your head's in the hole, reach down to your side, grab the ribbon, and pull the slack back. Take the ribbon then around behind your body, all the way around while your head's still through the hole. Bring this behind your body. Find the D-ring on the front, clip it. Now it's designed for larger people, so you skinny people will need to adjust it. So take the T-handle and just pull it like a seatbelt. It'll snug it right up. Stay on board, don't go in the water. If I thought you'd be safer in the water, I'd say, don your life preservers and abandon the vessel. If I said that, with your life preserver on, go out to your nearest emergency exit. Have you found your nearest emergency exit? Pick a window. By then I'll explain where's the safest place for us to swim to, and we'll swim together. I'll be the last one out of here, so if I say abandon ship, please hurry. I don't want to wait any longer than you do. Can I put that back there again? Thank you very much. I won't need it anyway. Coast Guard says I got a flotation rating of 4 by myself. So if you ladies forget your life preserver, scrap hole. Okay, let the Coast Guard know I'm coming. 17, 14. Dock 14 entering Table Rock Lake just north of the Branson Bell. Any incoming traffic? Oh, a little buoy behind the boat. That's like tow target practice. Because nobody's going to answer me. So I'll put this on scan and we'll go play in the lake. All you need to do for this approach to the lake is hold on to the seats in front of you. If you have any children back there that cannot reach the floor, kind of hold on to them so they don't slide off. If there's any old people next to you back there, wake them up. I've been on those senior citizen tours. I know what that's like. I got to pull down and make sure there's no more bass fishermen by the bottom of my ramp. Scared the water out of the last guy down here. Now I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? You know you're getting wet, right? Okay. What is it you have in your hand? Well, that'll soak up enough water for you. She comes armed with popcorn. I'm really concerned about this lady. You know what that's for? Charge! Woo-hoo! I didn't lose anybody. I keep counting heads. What's this guy going to do? Cut across my bow and I have to shoot him. Recognize the song, huh? Gilligan's Island. That's Gilligan's Island right there. I'm the skipper. I'm looking for Mary Ann. I was married to Mrs. Howell the Third. Oh yeah. Isn't it pretty out here? Gosh, you know, the only thing that's better is if I was out here and I wasn't driving. This is pretty good. Anybody want to get their picture taken while they're driving to duck? Well, come on up here.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to get undressed. You can just come up here.
That's something good.
There you go. We're going to go straight across the lake. And then we're going to turn and go around the island. But don't run into that boat that's coming at you from the left. And there's one on the right over here. Don't hit that one either. Now you know why I'm not driving out here. It's crazy. What do you want to be when you grow up? A nurse. Good for you. Why are we turning? Let's go back this way. People ask me what we do with the wheels when we're in the water. Nothing. It's a truck. It has all-wheel drive. All wheels are turning. They're all looking for traction right now, so they're turning. Oh, look at that big wave. Don't hit it. I should have seen the look on her face when I said that. You need to have the camera over here. That's what you need. So all the wheels are turning. They're acting like paddle wheels. Actually, if I turned off my propeller right now, I could make it back to shore. Just take a little bit longer. I do have a 22-inch propeller in the back that I turn on just about the time I came in the water. And we're steering with the front wheels, just like a truck, and a rudder in the back, just like a boat. So it steers front and rear. All the tires are giving me forward motion, and the propeller is too. Catching up with my boat, so I better slow down a little bit. Want to know how deep the water is now that she's driving? 225 feet. You're only going down 5.5 feet deep. If you put these things on, you can't go down that far. You're praying. It's too late for that. Anybody else want to get your picture taken while they're driving? Okay, I got one. But your whole family want to do this? Well, bring one of your family members up. You choose. You're the captain. All right. We'll give everybody a shot. Just don't think it's just because they're from Texas they get priority up there. You look awful happy. You guys pretty bored in Texas, huh? So what do you want to be when you get out there on your own? Oh, photographer, professional flasher. We want to go around the island. Now you're going the other way. You're not part of that family, are you? Now the island is one of four. It's a chain of islands that we lovingly refer to as the Bikini Island. You can imagine why we would call them the Bikini Islands. This one got a nickname last year. Now it's called Moon Island. And maybe I wish you could explain to me why it is the people that are willing to moon you and flash you, or the people you don't really want to see moon you and flash you to begin with. And the last person out there at the end of the year was large and white, was embarrassing everybody. So they finally called me and asked me to stop it. That's the way it is. You're going to run into that island, aren't you? You sure? You look like you're going to hit it to me. Are you afraid to turn that wheel? Well, then you better turn it. It's a big duck. The Branson Belle, if you don't know about her, she was built on the shoreline right up there where the shops are. Put into the water here in '94. She was built to do one thing, to entertain you with food and a show and a tour. 2-hour cruise on the lake, beautiful cruise on this beautiful lake. Really good meal, chicken, beef, or prime rib, and it's not airplane food, it's real food. Really good. And the show is a Broadway-style show that will rival any show in town. It's a great show, great 2 hours. I like the last trip of the night because I like to get up on the upper deck after I eat, run up on the upper deck, and I watch the lights of the shoreline go by. It's so romantic. She was one of you by yourself. Anybody else want to get the picture taken? I didn't see his hand up, but the lady behind him was putting his fingers up like this. Did you know you were Indian? She said she had feathers on the back of your head like this. You're not good.